Let's talk about it, La Familia. See, we back in this thing with another one, man. With a video that I feel like is very, very much needed for the times and stuff that's going on right now. Now, we back in here with Boksoe100 and that man, China Mac, as they took to China Mac's live to have an interesting debate about the reason as to why blacks and Asians have this brewing conflict. And I say brewing because nothing has really stemmed from it. It's more of like a standoff. We all know it occurs, but they're trying to get to the bottom of it. And we're going to chime in, man, and just give our little point of views every now and then. But I want y'all to really listen and pay attention to what both of these gentlemen had to say. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell and wipe your feet as you come in the door. And without further ado, let's get to it. Believe
I think that you gonna keep it real. Let's keep it real, bro. What's the issue?
It ain't Asians and black people.
No,
It's
but what I'm
Asians and
saying is, I
Charleston
know
white.
I'm talking about the tension. I'm talking about the people that had that, because I remember you came on my live before. We had a conversation, and you said Asian people, the nail salons. You said something like that. We had that conversation before, but I want to talk to you about that. Not Charleston White.
Notice right off the bat, China Mac want to get straight to business. He don't want to have any other dialogue about anything else but the topic at hand, because this man right here truly has no disdain in his heart for black people. He admires them, he loves the culture, and you can see that, man. You can see it in his essence. So he wants to clear up all these allegations. Let's see what was said.
I don't feel like Asians as a whole really like blacks.
All right.
Honestly, me personally, I know they don't really
You
like blacks. But
you don't think Asian people as a whole with black people? Why do you feel like
they
that?
don't. Because it's in the actions. It's in I honestly I see they like making money off of black people. They know that
Here we go. Let's
they
talk
can
about
get
that.
money.
All right.
They know they
So you say, all right, so from the actions, right?
They, I was just having this conversation with one of my boys the other day. I was saying, you go to KFC, anything that's black service, you see Asians got their hand in it. Nail shops, they like getting their nails done. All the Asians own all the nail shops. They know black people like fried chicken. All Asians own all the fried chicken. Louisiana, you go to Louisiana, it's an Asian owner and it's a Mexican back there cooking it. Like, bro, like, you don't see no Asians coming to buy black. Like, you ain't gonna see no Asians at the Jamaican spot buying no jerk chicken. Like, you just don't see that, like, really, like. But you gonna see all the blacks lined up to go get some fried chicken from the Asian, but you ain't gonna see none of the Asians lined up to go get none of that jerk chicken from the blacks. Then, you know what I mean? You don't see that, like, so I see it, but honestly, I'm just.
Pause for a second because I want to answer this question. This is a huge question amongst the black community. Why is it that blacks support every other community but don't really support their own? And why is it that every other community buys with their community but not with the black community? The reason why is because blacks truly do not own any stake in anything. We do not have a country or anything that we can truly call our own. Anything that we create gets reprocessed and stamped by someone else. So we truly don't have anything that we can claim stake to. So that's a problem in itself. But see, Asians have their own country, own culture, and they only support their own people because that's who they're familiar with. That's who they know best. We don't have that familiarity with each other. That was taken away from us during slavery times. We were taught to have issues with each other. When we see each other, mug them, have beef with them. They showed us how to be that way, not only on the plantations, but in the music. They modernized it. They taught if that dude mugging you or he step on your shoes, don't apologize. Gas him. Sock him out. Embarrass him. Tell him to wipe it off. Wipe it off with your shirt. Get down there and wipe my shoe, or I'm gonna break your face. What you looking at, homie? Even though a person might be trying to see if they know you, it's still just like, what you looking at? We taught to be aggressive with each other. So no, we don't have that familiarity with each other. So of course we ain't gonna have no unity as far as buying with each other. And the other cultures see that we are divided, which was planned, but we're divided. So no, they don't want to buy with us. Most importantly, we don't have a seat at the table. We don't have a stake in anything. So what field do we command to force the people to buy with us? We don't have anything.
That wasn't raised off of that racism. I wasn't raised for racism. Like, it wasn't. I got a mama that was married to a Japanese man and that was married to a white man, and like, you know what I mean? So I personally, I wasn't raised like that, but I do see this discrimination.
All right, so now listen.
Racism.
All right, so check this out, right, Bosco? I'm not gonna say that you're not right. You 100% right. You're right. But now listen. But here's the thing. There are generations. We're talking about a different type of generation, I think, right? Because you got the Asian people that just came from wherever they came from, China, Japan, Korea, yeah, wherever, right? So you got the older people that came from a different land. There's no black people where they was at. You know what I mean? They didn't know the culture. They didn't grow up with black people. They didn't see black people. They don't know the culture. They don't know how you guys talk. Because a lot of it is the opposite from our culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you talk to a Chinese person straight from China, their culture is the complete opposite from your culture. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a cultural difference. You know what I mean? So when these when these Asian people came from different countries and opening stores, of course they not gonna really jack because they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But now you got the next generation, people like us that's been growing up in America, that's been like, you know, we went to school with black people. We done, you know what I'm saying, like that. We've been exposed to the black culture, so we have a more of an understanding with the black culture, and I feel like that's changing though. Just because that happened in the 80s and 90s doesn't mean it's the same thing right now. You understand what I'm saying? And most of those people in those stores are people straight from the different countries like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like that, but that's who getting the money. Like, but so that's what I'm saying. Like, as a whole, see, you gotta think, you're a people, you speaking for the people. So as a whole, the people wasn't raised around and wasn't raised in the, so they not gonna like us, bro. So they don't like us as a whole.
It's just that it's a different.
Bosco, what is wrong with you, bro? He just told you that it's because it's a cultural disconnect. There is no connection there between us and them coming from that country, their country, where they don't have us around. He just told you that. So coming here, all that they can learn about us is what they see on the television and on their phone, the news, putting out articles about how black people just did this. They look at the rap music and see nothing but negativity and all this extra stuff about stepping on people and taking people's lives. Of course, they're going to be fearful of that. That's all they see. They think that we are monsters. And Bosco's being a typical black man right now because he's acting overly sensitive, you know, the way that the master has taught most black men to be. And I think, you know, for the ones who understand what I'm trying to say and don't take this to heart, we got to be held accountable. And the only people that can help hold us accountable for what we're doing is us. Stop with the sensitivity. Stop looking at it like, man, hey, we've been in this country way longer and we don't get the opportunities that these people get when they come over here. But one thing that's in their nature, that's not in a lot of black people's nature anymore, because we've been taught to get it off the government, feast off the government. It's not in our nature no more to work hard. So they thrive. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. It's one of my favorite quotes. Put in that work and you'll be successful. Success is a byproduct of hard work. That's the way that it is, and that's the way that it will always be. Those who are willing to put the work in will see the fruits of their labor. Those people put work in. Got to give them credit for that.
cultural thing. Like, it's like, how many I've spoken to mad black people and they say, yo, we could go in a Chinese restaurant, they'll give us credit, they'll do this, they'll do that, boom, 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 boom. Like, they looked out for my mother. So it's a difference. Like, it's not all Chinese people, it's not all Asian people, but we have to understand that there's a difference in cultural, like, just because culture has a lot to do with it. Because you might come in and I might do something and you might think it's disrespectful, but to me it's not disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because point example, right? You might say, yo, Ling, let me get some chicken. It's not disrespectful to you because in your culture you joke like that. You guys joke, and it's not. No, but what I'm saying is a lot of people would. A lot in the culture, a lot of people would. And then a Chinese person would never say that. A Chinese person would never say, hey, Jamal, let me get some chicken or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You would never do that. You know what I mean? But it's a cultural difference because Asian people don't joke, like we don't do that. But more Asian people that has been raised around black people, we know how y'all joke, so we gonna do the same thing. You feel me?
Yeah, and that's where it is. But see, the thing is, it's a problem because we still dealing with racism in 2023 when we allowing a whole nother gender. We allow the culture or the people allow a whole nother gender to make their way, but won't let another race just be their race, bro. And that's the problem, bro.
You know what, bro? I just know, I know that it's just like, it's what we got. Like, the issue between black and Asian people is not really a big issue. It's not really that big of an issue. It's just cultural differences. And there was a language barrier. Like, a lot of Asian people that worked in those stores, they don't really speak English correctly. You know what I'm saying? So they could speak a little bit, but there's a language barrier. There's a cultural barrier, and nobody ever took the opportunity to really, huh?
It's an attitude thing, though, bro. It's the way they treat you, the way they automatically look at you, like when you come in the store, you automatically the suspect. It's like, just because I got long hair, like, bro, I could have a pocket full of money, but just because you dealt with a few bum black earlier today, you feel like, oh, this walking in here come another. And that's be the thing. Like me, I come in the store with a pocket full of money, I got a pocket full of bread. But you already looking at me a certain way because I'm black.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say you and your family right now, your wife, your mother, everybody, y'all pick up and y'all go to China. You can hear me? You can hear me? Let's say y'all pick up, y'all move to China right now. Let's say the first day you go to China, a Chinese person picks a fight with your wife, right? Like, yo, boom, boom, boom. Then when you go to your house, outside your house, you know what I mean? You see somebody getting shot or something crazy going on, right? And then when you go to the store the next day, somebody's looking, or your automatic perception is going to be a certain way, correct? You're going to be like, yo, Chinese people is such and such and such and such, right? So now you can't change the perception of your mother. Your mother's probably gonna be like, man, these people are crazy. These people are this. These people, but there's a whole nother storyline that we not looking at. There's a whole cultural difference that we not looking at, that we not paying attention to, that y'all not paying attention to. But because of those first interactions, you gonna feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And when you come back to America, you gonna be like this. But that's not all the people. That's not everybody. So if you opened up a store and a Chinese person came, huh?
That's how we get it.
China Mac, once again, responding with intellect. It is a language barrier and a cultural difference. Only thing he's missing is narrative. The narrative that the ones who run this country put out about us, because we know they don't like us. America hates us. So they put out a narrative about us to the world that we are animals, we are monsters, we deserve to be incarcerated, i.e. the reason why black folks have the highest incarceration rate in the country that has the highest incarceration rate in the world. Come on, man, it's not hard to put two and two together. Y'all know these things, but the entitlement problem in the back of black folks' heads makes them think without rationale and think without understanding. It's easy to understand, but see, the thing is, instead of trying to sit there and ponder on understanding we need to come up with a solution because time is running out. Stop feeling entitled. You don't deserve more than the next man who's working harder than you. And the Asians, the Mexicans, and every other culture that continuously comes to this country to find a better way, they continue to outwork us. In return, the result is for us to be at the bottom of the totem pole.
But that's how it is with blacks and whites. It's like that with every race, bro. Every race, even though we wasn't raised to be racist, you're still gonna have a little racism in you because that's the way the world works. Everybody wants to see their people win. Like if you're a certain people, it's like being part of a football team. Like everybody who's a Raiders fan or who's a Cowboys fan or a 49ers fan, they all want to see their team win. It's no different with the races, bro. Everybody want to see their team win. You're a part of the Chinese, Asian team, you want to see them win, bro. Like we a part of everybody want to see their team win. But the thing is,
you are absolutely right, Bosco. Everybody want to see their team win. And there's only one but in there. But I don't think we on the same page with the but though. That but is but black people. They do not want to see their team win. Black people are quick to tear each other down. We do it to the athletes, celebrities, and everybody else who gets in a position of power. So no, I can't say that black folks want to see other black folks win. That is not a fact.
We're not enemies. The culture makes us enemies, bro. We're not enemies. Like it's the culture and the upbringing that makes us be enemies. We're not enemies. All of us want to see our team win.
But
everybody wants to see their team win, bro. But that's what makes it. But it's like we don't have to be enemies to be competitive, though. You can be enemies and still have respect for an enemy. You can still be competitive. You can still be competitive.
Yo, let me tell you this, right? I'm gonna tell you this. When I go into Chinese restaurants, bro, they give me disrespect, bro. They look at me different. Like I swear to God, me and you can go to an Asian restaurant tomorrow. I'll come pick you up. We could go to a spot. They won't know who the f I am. Just let me walk in there by myself. I guarantee you they gonna be like, they not gonna treat me right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they not treat me right, but they gonna give me a little attitude. They not gonna. No, not even with you. Let me go in there by myself. And I'll put the camera on. I bet you it's not like they're gonna be disrespectful, but they gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking at because it's that attitude.
Hey, I'm glad you said that though. I'm glad you said that because on the real, I was just telling the other day.
Right.
Bro, when I go into Jamaican restaurants, they always got an attitude. They got a bad attitude, and I'm black.
They don't know if you're Jamaican or not. They don't know if you're not Jamaican.
They got an attitude. They got bad attitude. I say that all the time. Like even me being black, going to black restaurants, they still got an attitude. Like, bro, Jamaican restaurants, always bad attitude, bad service, good food, great food.
This is what
attitude.
So are they racist? Are they like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but are they? Do they hate black people? They don't know if you're Jamaican or not, but it's a part of their culture. You know what I'm saying? And just like
they most definitely know if you Jamaican or not. Everybody knows their own people. That's like saying a Japanese person go into a Chinese restaurant and they don't know if that person Japanese. They most definitely do. You know your people.
You know what it is blacks don't like blacks though. Nobody likes blacks. Like that's the thing. Like we're like being a black man, you gotta understand like we already raised and taught and showed that every other race is our enemy, bro. Like we go to jail. The Mexicans is all the minorities hate us. Like the minorities don't like, we're all the Asians, the blacks, the Hispanics, the others, we all minorities, bro. But we all don't really like each other. Like we all get looked at the same way by the white man. We all looked at in the same way, but we all don't get along. Like it's in prison, we've never had a race riot with the white boys. Like it's always like
cap. I call cap on that one, Bosco. Hey, I didn't even have one with the white boys. It's always one going on with the white boys. I don't know what you talking about. It's always going. Come on, bro. That was cap. That was cap. But I understand what you're trying to do, but there's no reason for all that. Keep it 100 about it all. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of other racist problem with us is that our oppressor did a great job of turning us into the exact thing that the world hates. Other men out there who are really men, who really work hard and are not overly emotional and sensitive. You know, we were already emotional people, you know. We're very passionate. So they just used that against us and turned it up a notch into a totally different way to where, you know, our emotions take full advantage of us. And that's a big problem, man. That's why they truly don't like us, because we're overly emotional. Not to mention the fact that, you know, we're naturally stronger, naturally more athletic. You know, it's just all those things that come into play as well. But most importantly, it's the overly emotional and entitled thing.
The Mexicans or the Mexicans against the Asians, and the white boys sit back and play the port. Like, bro, bro, it's all meant for us to kill each other.
Hold on. You just said that it's never a war between the blacks and the whites. It's always the Mexicans and the blacks and the Asians and
all the minorities against each other. Against the others, the blacks against the others, the blacks and it's always the minority. We hardly ever get, if you know that you've been to prison, so you know, like, bro, we hardly, how often times did y'all get into it with the white boys? We don't get into it with the white, we don't get into it, we don't get into it with the boys like that.
And that's some real right there, bro.
Oh God, it's just the truth, it's the truth. Because if you have been there and know, I've been to prison 4 times, bro. Like, I know the system. I see how I've been through riots, all this, bro, race riots, I've been through all that, bro. It was never with the white boys. Never, ever with the white boys. It was always the Mexicans. We had a scrimmage with the others, the Asians and the Samoans and it's never with the white boys, bro. The white boys is always sitting back watching us maim and murder each other. Like they get to sit back and watch. Like, but they always got their hand in it some kind of way. But they always sit back and watch. When we go to war with each other and we get to each other up and for our own like what happened when the blacks and Asians go to war? We get locked down and the white boys still get to come out to yard, bro. Right? You know that, like, we get, like, the blacks get locked. If the blacks and the Asians get a riot, bam, we go head up, bam. We on lockdown. The whites still gonna have yard in about 2-3 days. They still gonna go to yard. They still gonna have fun. All this, bro. They sit back and watch this, bro. It's all meant for us minorities to. You don't ever see the white boys going that way. There's no white boy group against the white boy group. Like, if they people up, it's because they serving their people. Like, it's never them against them. Like you notice that it's never them against them. They don't never go to war against each other. Like, bro, it's either even, you know, they got the skinheads and they got the AB. They got the Aryan Brotherhood. The skinheads kind of try to have their own identity, you know, or the sharps. You got the sharps, but they don't, like, in prison. Don't hold no weight, bro. In prison, it's only white, black, Mexican, other. That's it, bro. It ain't no other. You either white, black, Mexican, other. You either blood, Crip, Southsider, or AB, like, or Northsider, or you're a Norteño, bro. That's all it is, bro. So all the that I set up, all the whole politics, the way the politics is set up, it's only for us to clash against each other and hate each other and let them sit back and watch. Black people don't never kill white people, bro. Asians don't never kill white people. You don't never hear about no Asian. Oh, Asian went on a rampage and killed a bunch of white people. We don't do that, bro. It's always them that do that to us. So it's not us that's the enemy, bro. They're really they really the ones that they hate us all. But the crazy part, they hate all of us the same, but we all desire to be appreciated by them. Bro, they hate us all the same, but all of us desire to be appreciated the same, and that's where we go wrong at, bro. That's the wrong. I see it.
That's some real, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because at the end of the day, look, you know, I don't know if you, I mean, I'm sure you know, but Chinese been here since the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get right. We all been here, and
we
you know,
all
Chinese,
built this. Black, Asian,
right?
Indian built this country, bro. The whites stepped back, watched us, but blacks, whites, Asians, we built this country. The Asians, they say the blacks built this country. We did off our slavery, but the Asians was just the biggest part of the railroads.
Right. It was both of us.
Bro,
it was the black and the Asians building the railroads. You know what I'm saying? So now, yes, the white people, the people in charge, they gave Asians more, you know, they gave Asians more. But what do they do in prison? Let me ask you a question, right? In prison, they give
Asians get less because y'all the minority in prison. Y'all like in prison, we all minorities, but in prison, the Asians and others are always the least. There's always a lot of Mexicans.
I don't know if y'all have it over there, but in New York, we have some called honor block. We got some called that certain prisoners get more they just get more privileges than the other people. You know what I'm saying? So they'll put these people, like whoever they are, they'll give them more privileges, but they still prisoners at the end of the day. You know.
Somebody in your comments said Asians ain't built. They did, bro. Like the railroads wouldn't have been built. It wouldn't have been completed without the Asians. The Asians, like, bro, the Asians ain't built. Bro, the Asians got most of the technology that we use, all that y'all love to buy. The Asians make it. Made in, how much do y'all buy that say made in China, made in Taiwan, made in Thailand? Like, bro, how much, what the are you talking about? Like, bro, you gotta pin these, bro. Pin these, like, bro, what do you mean the Asians ain't built? The Asians did. America is for sale, bro. When do y'all gonna realize that America is for sale? I hate to be the that preach. I don't like to preach, bro. Like, I don't like to feel like I'm preaching. Like, I didn't make my platform. Like, bro, America is for sale, bro. The Asians got a big part. Why you think they act how they act? Why do you think they like got so they hand and so because they figured America out? This was built by it was built by us. We built America, but what about the Indians and the Asians? The Asians came over here that didn't build them train tracks, the railroads. We didn't build that by ourselves, bro. The Asians helped with a lot of that. But China being cheap labor. We not the only slaves. We just was the only known slave. The Asians were slaves too, bro.
I mean, look. They had the Chinese Exclusion Act because the white people was so mad that the Chinese was coming here taking all the jobs. They put a whole law to exclude all Chinese people. We got rounded up, we got killed, we got hung, we got all that, bro. Like this right here.
Don't be want to look at facts, bro. I'm not a mythical, bro. I look at facts. I'm a factual, not a mythical, bro. The myths and like, bro, the Asians built, they helped, they were slaves too. Like, they wasn't slaves how we were slaves. The Asians, still slaves to this day. All the Asians in Chinatown and Queens working in the massage parlors. They still slaves.
You know what the difference between Chinese and black people are in this country? Is that black people were forced here. Black people were forced here, forced on the boats, and y'all was stripped of your language. Y'all was stripped of your culture. Y'all wasn't allowed to speak your language. You wasn't allowed to practice your religion or cultures. So that stripped you of your DNA. When the Chinese people came, we were tricked here. We wasn't forced here. We were tricked here. They said, hey, anybody that wants gold, like America has gold on the streets, you could come and be rich in a year. All the Chinese people jumped on the boats and started coming over here. And when they got here, it was totally different. They weren't slaves. They were indentured servants.
But they still came here and got money way still came here and did way better than they did in their own country, bro. They realized it was way better here. Like, you could get money here. Like, you could really come here and build something and get some money here. They realized that.
Yes, sir. Hey, yo, man, Sko, I appreciate your conversation, bro. That's why I wanted you in here, because I know you definitely feel like Asian people don't, for the most part, don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that feel like that, you know what I mean? But I just want people.
But at the same time, I feel that white men look at all of us the same. We don't like none of us, and we don't like each other. That's why we can't win, like, bro. But the Asians is winning because y'all are smart. Y'all smart and y'all got cheap labor.
Have our culture.
Like, that's
we
the
still have our culture.
Yeah, y'all
right.
still got your culture. Black people, we ain't got no culture. Our culture, American.
But look at this. Look at this. When you look at cultures, who's the two oldest cultures on this planet? Come on,
Blacks
man.
And Asians.
Come on,
Blacks and Asians. I know. I'm just not the preacher.
And I appreciate you coming on here and doing this early on this day. Usually don't do this, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it.
I'm good. We're gonna link up this week.
Shout out to Skull, man. See, these are conversations that need to be had, bro. These are the conversations that I want to have. I don't want to hear, oh, nah, black and Asian people ain't got no problems, because there are problems. We're not going to just skip over that fact. There are problems between black and Asian people. We're not going to act like it's not there. It is there, but it's not as big as people trying to make it, bro. Like it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely a problem. There's definitely an issue, but it's not that serious. And there are people in play that's trying to make it more serious than it is, because why? Because they want to use us. They want to use us. They want us divided. They want us fighting. They want us doing all this. So certain people can do the job of somebody else. And that's what I'm going to say. And that's what I'm going to stick to that. Let's get to that. Who else want to come on here, man? Who else want to come on here? I want to talk to the people that has a problem.
Hopefully y'all caught what I was trying to say and what they were trying to say. But most importantly, I want y'all to know that I don't want y'all to take it as no attack on my people personally. I would never do that. It's just, we got to hold each other accountable for the things that we put out, the perception that we have out here and the things that we do. We got to hold each other accountable. That is the problem. We are being held back for our lack of understanding, our lack of ownership, and our lack of ability to hold our emotions. We are being held back with the very thing that makes us the most unique. Our emotions can be a good thing and a bad thing, because those emotions make us very passionate. They make us very loving. They make us very caring. They make us very kind. If we want to be. There is no true friendship, like of having a friendship with another black person that is genuine. That friendship is truly a brotherhood. We truly love our family members, no matter how extended they are. It can be second and third and fourth cousins, married cousins. Your mother grew up with that man's mother and y'all were like cousins. Love is real, it's genuine. Not very many cultures on this planet behave like that, but that's just our gift. The emotion, the loving, the touch of the Most High. It's good to embrace that, but it's not ever good for a man to be led by that. Never be led with your emotions. And too many black people are. Too many black people have an entitlement problem. For instance, let a white man or any other nationality come out and say, EBT, Section 8, public housing, that is leeching off the government, and that government assistance needs to be eradicated. Do you know how many black people are going to have an uproar about that? I done seen it too many times, because they feel targeted. But it's not even in a sense of targeting the community. But the community has become so dependent on the government that they feel like that is there for them specifically. That's a problem. Y'all don't see the problem? Y'all don't see the mentality? It's got to be eradicated. We got to do better. We got to want to do better. We got to strive for better. We got to be better. We got to hold each other accountable, most importantly. If we don't do it, it won't get done. As emotional people, we will not allow any other ethnicity to hold us accountable, and nor should we. They don't allow us to hold them accountable. I'm just saying, man, these are the grown-up adult conversations we got to have amongst each other. Y'all got to be ready for them, because we're going to have a lot more of these. Got to. We got to do better, man. But I want y'all to know, I'm always love y'all. As y'all brother, I'm always here with y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know y'all thoughts on this, man. Stop following the Charleston Whites of the world, because he ain't going to give you substance. Look for the substance, man. You will always find a man's true intentions if you truly look. That's what this overall conversation is about. That's where it sparked from. One man's hatred could create a wave of unity. Let's just see how this thing turns out. All praise be to the Most High. Peace and blessings, kings and queens. 100.